Welcome to week 34. Your baby is just over 5 pounds now and about 18 inches long. This is month 8 for your pregnancy, and time seems like it is both passing quickly and slowly at the same time. Your little one is still growing at about half a pound each week, and this is pushing your uterus to expand to its final near watermelon size. As baby drops into your pelvis, it will help you breathe easier, and you will know this means birth is coming shortly. You will feel more pressure between your legs as baby's head pushes on the cervix whenever this lightning effect happens for you, and it will feel like you can finally breathe deeply again since the pressure will be taken out of your rib cage. Your body is now preparing to give birth, and you may start to slowly dilate in an early preparation for birth. You will not feel this change, and depending upon your genetics, this may not happen until the hours before birth. But for some women, this is a slow process that starts weeks in advance. Everybody and every birth is different, and all we can do is prepare with what are the possible scenarios. This process happens by the effect of baby turning into the head down position and pushing on those lower muscles, which may contribute more to a full out waddle in your walk. This is the time to research all of the birthing methods, pain medications, birthing positions, movement during labor, and loosely putting together a birthing plan. We can make this plan, but remember, God is in control, and whatever method God wants this baby to be born in will be the best option. You want to be able to trust your doctor and midwife because they will be making decisions for you when you are in labor. You will not be able to think clearly in those moments of pain. So, if they see baby is in distress from labor and recommend a C-section, you may want to ask why, but it is no time to argue. They're the experts, and it is better to bring a healthy baby home than try to do it your own way because you think you know best. Trust your doctor and try not to be like a teenage child who thinks they know the best course of action and complain and insist your opinion. The C-section was a creative method in the 1500s by a doctor who did not want to lose his patient, which was his wife and his own child. His wife and child survived, and this is one of the wonderful medical stories that have led to the countless more C-sections done around the world to preserve both mother and child. God wants medical advancements to continue as long as we respect the life of both the child and the mother. The C-section does just this, as it allows the baby to be born and the mother to survive this intense surgery to give life to her child. Many women prefer to just elect a C-section, and we must respect each person's decision. But just know that the recovery for a C-section is much more intense after delivery than a natural birth. Simple tasks such as lifting your child and turning to the bedside to do anything may test your tolerance in ways you've never known possible. After my first natural birth, I was up and around within hours doing everything. I always did, and each hour got easier with only slight modifications within the first week of my son's life. With my first C-section, I had to ask the nurse to pick my daughter up from the cradle beside my bed because despite all of my efforts, I could not turn and lift my tiny 5-pound baby, which hurt my heart so deeply. But I was just so happy that she had survived our intense emergency situation. Do your best to not dwell on the possibilities and focus on making the decisions now so that you do not have to be stressed about it in the coming weeks. One positive way to focus your mind away from the what ifs is by scheduling a maternity photo shoot or a family portrait. Yes, you may feel, why would you ever want to dress up now and get your picture taken? But this is a huge time in your baby's life, as well as your own, and you want to memorialize it. In addition, your baby is strong enough as well as big enough now to push on your uterus to make the classic picture of a little hand or foot pushing through. This is quite the sight to witness, and for the family members who get this timeless picture on camera, it will always be a cherished memory. If you don't want a photographer, then at least let your husband or a family member take a few pictures to remember yourself during this time. Rejoice in this time and dress up and spend the evening or an afternoon focusing on the beautiful growth that God has allowed for you to experience. Try not to rush through this process, and if you have other children, have them involved by presenting flowers to their new sibling, painting your belly, kissing your belly, or just taking a family picture. This is a time of rejoicing and celebrating the new life in the final weeks before you get to fully gaze on that presented infant. Your baby and your body have grown into a beautiful image of the celebration of life. Don't be camera shy. Smile and thank God. This is a time of restlessness for just about every woman, and as the days slow and the uncertainties build, we must remember that God is the only one who can truly provide us with the peace that we are actively seeking now. Even our husbands cannot provide the stability that we are ultimately seeking, and if we truly want to take the pressure off of our spouse's shoulders, pouring out our heart to God is the best way. We must remember that although God gave us our spouse, they cannot always handle having all of the weights that we lay on them. And this is a time that is very trying for men also. Yes, they must be there to support us and love us, but only God can love us perfectly. So as the anxieties build, remember, God is our strongest support. And as it states in 1 Corinthians 10, verse 13, no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted upon beyond your strength. But with the temptation will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. Always remember, do not let fear overwhelm you during the coming weeks, for anxiety is not from God. He provides all the strength to get through this wonderful process of childbirth. From the beginning of creation, tracing back through all the women in the past, to Eve, the first mother, childbirth was painful, though tolerable. You will be able to endure the trial ahead, just as millions of mothers also have done. Trust in God, pray often, and he will lead you to gaze on that tiny miracle that will be in your arms in his appointed time. May you have a wonderful week, my friend.